to the channel, man. Today, well, for starters, gonna be the first video underneath the new canopy. Nice and shady, and with the coolers. Anyhow, we have the subframe for the EK K-Series build. This is an EG subframe. And look, it's also got a manual rack, which is huge. And then, of course, the front steering knuckles that we need to get cleaned up, including the brakes. I also have the rear brakes still here at the house I gotta clean up. So I wanted to do all the brakes together. I don't know what color we're gonna paint them, but we gotta clean them up and make them look a lot better than what they do. So we're gonna be starting today's video off. I need to get all this stuff disassembled. I gotta get the brakes, the calipers and rotors all off the steering knuckles. Probably the dust shield as well. Yeah, I'm gonna take the dust shields off. We don't need the freaking dust shields. Get the rack and pinion removed from the subframe. Yeah, dude, then we gotta basically clean it and get it all sanded, prepped, ready for paint. Alright, so we are going to be doing hub bearings on these, so I'm not worried about the bearing. I do want to pull the hub out though, because I want to get this dust shield that's all mangled and messed up. I want to get that off of there, and it's going to be a lot easier if I go ahead and pull this off. And since we're doing hub bearings, I may as well just go ahead and do that. So the idea is to basically put a socket in here, and you just hammer the hub out. And then there should be a ring on the other side, but let's get the hub out first. And put in the comments, man, what size socket do you think this is? Just like that. There's our hub. You see we've got ourselves a snap ring in there. You gotta get that snap ring out, and then you can get the bearing out. Alright, did you guys put your guesses down? This is a 19 millimeter. Bro, look at that. That's a trip, dude. Anyhow, we're going to use a much larger socket, in which I can't see the size on this guy. By 1.5 by 13/16. Whatever that means. Anyhow, it looks like this is going to fit to get our bearing out of there. There it goes. I got all these parts prepped up. So my main focus right now is going to be the subframe and the steering knuckles. So I have those ready for paint. To be clear with you guys, if I wanted this stuff to look absolutely immaculate, like perfect, like we're going like show car style, you know what I mean, I would want to sandblast this and get all of the old factory powder coating off, get it all the way down to bare metal. I would then use like a self-etching primer, a direct to metal self-etching primer. You can also do a high build and get everything real smooth, and like basically whenever you paint it, it'll be all like glass, you know. And then go over it with whatever color it is that you're spraying it. And if I want it to have like a really high shine, like really shiny, I would do an automotive clear over it. But we're not going for that with this car. This is basically just a race car, man. We don't want to put the subframe in there looking like this. We would rather it just look fresh. And I'm also not doing primer or anything on it because this stuff is going to get scratched. It will. And whenever it does get scratched, I would rather it look like that than have just see a gray or a white primer or something underneath it. So like I said, this is just a quick, dirty, get down and basically make this stuff look a little bit more presentable, make it look a little nicer. And it is. It's going to look really good. And the paint that's on it is going to last for a very long time. 5 years from now, if somebody's taking this car apart, all this stuff is still going to look very fresh. It's not going to be perfect. It will probably have gotten some scratches and stuff along the way, but it's still going to look good. So just to kind of clarify the process that I'm going through with these parts, in order to sandblast it, you do the self-etching primer, all that stuff, I would be putting another 10 hours into this stuff just to get to this point right here. Anyhow, with that being said, I've already got my paint mixed up, and we're ready to go, man. Alright, man, we got the subframe loaded up, got the steering knuckles loaded up. They are dry enough that we're able to load them up. We're gonna head over to Dylan's house now. Hopefully he is ready to install this stuff. I know we have quite a bit of stuff that we should be able to do to the car today. Alright, we made it get back over here. So Dylan ended up pulling the engine and he did a whole timing kit and all that stuff on the engine. He did record that. I'm gonna play that footage for you guys right now, and then we'll come back to this guy right here. We gotta get the subframe in so we can do the T-bracket and everything on the back. And then the engine is officially in there.
So we're gonna go ahead, do a leak down test on this K20, just verify it's good, and then do timing chain and oil pump. So let's get on it. So we're gonna go ahead and do timing chain and oil pump on this. So we're gonna go ahead and drain this oil pan, get the oil pan off, and then get everything off. So let's get on it. Got the stock oil pump off this thing. As you guys can tell, pretty hefty. Let's go take care of this thing. We're trying to put the oil pump on here, and we got a problem. It don't fit. We gotta notch it out right here. We got our oil pump notched out. I got some assembly lube to help lube this up. It's a brand new pump. So let's get some oil. All right, guys, I lied. We are not putting the oil pump on yet because we need to swap out this chain first so we can put on the oil pump. In order to do that, we gotta pull all this shit off here. All right, so to get this cover off, we gotta get this mount out of the way. And we only have that mount. So we're just gonna go ahead, drop the engine and transmission out, make it easier. Just gonna put it on some jack stands. So we got it down just on some jack stands. So we gotta get this bracket off. We gotta get this BTC sensor out. We're gonna take off this cover because we have a oil drain cover for this. And then we're gonna pull this whole cover off. All right, guys, so I almost forgot that I got headsets for this. So let's get our cams out of the way so we can get our headset swapped out. We just do one by one so we don't have to do the head gasket. All right, so now we got access to our bolts. We're just gonna pull one out, put one headset in, and we're just gonna go through each one of them just so we don't have the issue with lifting the head up, and we don't want to do the head gasket right now. So we just do one at a time and we won't have an issue. Let's get out this one right here. Take that one out. Put one of our studs back in our hole. Put our washer on here and our nut. So I already went ahead and greased up the studs, make this a little faster, this process. And then we're just gonna torque them with a 40 foot-pounds. We'll go 60. So once we get them all torqued down to 60, then I'll go back to the final step with 80. So let's do our next one. All right, guys, so we got all of our studs in, torqued to 60 foot-pounds. Now let's go back through and torque them to 80. All right, so time to put our rockers back in. Now we got everything back together. Now let's get our timing chain on. Go ahead and get all this stuff opened up. So let's go ahead and get everything back on here. All right, guys. So when I do a time like this, just grab yourself a wrench. What I do is I just tie the two wrenches together so I can hold the gears where they need to be. And I'm sure there's better ways, but this way it works for me. So this is the way we're gonna do it. Okay, so that should get us really close. And then, so on a K-series for timing, there is these marked chains here. So these chain links will go on these dots, and then there'll be a dot on this lower one. I'll show you guys that once we get everything together. So let's see. Our mark is right there. There's a little dot. So that chain link is supposed to line up with that dot. Pull it side tight, bring it around. Make sure it lines up to that dot. And then this chain is our tension side. So what we can do is we can bring this chain over here like so. For the guide. I put it in this first hole right here and I was like, the holes don't line up, but there's two spots on this guide. Alright, so let's try this again. So with the guide on there, we need to rotate it this way just slightly. Okay, so now we're in, so let's bring it back. Alright, so let's get our other guide on. Okay, and then our tensioner And before we pull the pin, let's double check to make sure our timing's on. So we're a little off right here, but we're also a little off right there. So since our chain's on there, we can just tap it like this. Okay, so now our mark's lined up. Now we're dead on down here. So now we know we're good. So now we can go ahead and pull our tensioner pin like that. So this has like a little ratchet type deal in here. And what I like to do is take a pry bar and get all the slack out of there. You can use a flathead, but it's just to get it all the way tensioned out so there's absolutely no slack in there. Because like this, look, there's all this slack in there right now. So if we pry it out a little bit, so now we have less slack. And let's see if we can get out just a hair more. Okay. So not a whole lot of pressure, but look, now we only have that little bit of slack, which helps keeping this chain from jumping. So I don't think we could go anymore, but I mean that's plenty tight right there. So that's all a little bit it can move. Anyways, let's get some assembly lube running down on these, get the chain all lubed up, just so nothing's dry when we start it up. So, but anyways guys, that's how to do a K-series timing chain and how I do it. And just make sure that you set your tension on here, because I know people forget to do stuff like that, and then they make that tool or that plate that bolts onto here, that'll keep the timing chain from jumping. And if you just adjust this right, you have less chances of it jumping. So, I mean, it can't go back any farther than that unless it would break or something internally. But there's some chance of that. So, just make sure you guys set that. And like we can just take this off of here, like so. And timing set.
Are you only doing that because I'm here?
Well, because there's some gunk on it, so.
Yeah, I know, but is that normal practice for you, or is it just because I'm here?
No, it's just because you're here.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it'd get scent right in there.
Yeah, like the dirty dash?
Yeah, like the dirty dash. make sure you show them the dirty dash right now.
Well, didn't you just wipe it down? Bro, I got here and he had the dirty dash in there. And I even offered to take it home and pressure wash it and clean it. And I was like, oh, you got a pressure washer here. Never mind. I get here and the son of a bitch is just in the car.
Yeah, why not?
Looking like he pulled it out of the field. It's just like Toby, man. Always trying to die. Every time there's a car in the air, oh, let me go underneath here. Yeah, I ain't never even seen that before.
Did I put it on the wrong side?
I did.
What's dumbass?
Yeah. Try to tell you sometimes.
Yeah, this was this one.
Yeah, those are cool, man. So you got spherical bearings for the front. These are for the front lower control arms, right? Hell yeah. That's pretty sick. So he's currently trying to find all the bolts to make everything work. Because this is an EG subframe in EK, so the hardware is a little bit different. You didn't get the hardware with the subframe, huh?
No.
Luckily,
all of it but one bolt.
luckily he's got this. But we'll be able to put the control arms on now. Hey, if we're able to put the control arms on, can we put the coilovers on yet?
Yeah, we got it.
Let me see that thing. Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's gonna be a pretty good feeling car.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Did you have all this on your four-door?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, spherical bushing in the rear. The only thing I did differently was I had that's come to spherical arm here, but they're out of stock, so that's why I didn't get up to this. I ordered them, but then they sent me the email that they're out of stock.
Well, we were gonna finally put the front coilovers on, but then we realized that kind of don't have any forks for the car, so we're gonna have to wait on that. But the rear mount and the T-bracket can now go in. Now there's a subframe. Once we find bolts for it.
Don't scratch the paint.
You know, I'm just happy that once everything's done, it's gonna go to my house and I get to do all the final touches. Like painting the car and touching up all your scratches. And cleaning the fucking dash. Jesus Christ. I'll probably take the whole dash back out and pressure wash it.
Well, by the time we're done, you might as well pressure wash the whole car.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Bring it around town. Alright. It's mounted.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Try to move the engine. See if it'll move. It actually moved. Hey. Yeah. Why did the manifold move though?
It's because we only have 2 bolts just
I was like, what the hell? There's only 2 bolts in the manifold. Calm down. Going through cleaning up all the bolts for the intake manifold. Genuine GM bolts. Yes, sir.
Those are Honda bolts today.
Hey, look at that. It freaking fits. We're trying to get an idea to see if these AN lines are going to work on this, or if we need to, we're going to have to make new ones. All right, guys, we are going to, well, he's going to press the bearings in tomorrow for the hubs, and then pick up a set of forks. He knows a guy has a set of forks for the front. So he's going to do that. I have a bunch of parts at the house that I need to bring for this thing. So we're gonna meet back up on this thing tomorrow and get some more stuff done. So in this video though, so it'll be the next clip for you. See you then. Alright, so it is the next day. I got a few parts that we need to take with us back over to Dylan's house for the car. So I brought the rear trailing arms over to the house, and when we painted them, I obviously pulled the brake cables and stuff off. As you guys know, we have all the brakes for the car here. Those are going to require a little bit of work, man, to get them cleaned up and looking good. So that's not going to be in today's video, unfortunately. I'm going to get cracking on those probably tomorrow morning. Anyhow, then also the brake master cylinder, because we also had the brake booster here, and I got it painted and everything. So these are parts that I need to take back over there, and a little hose. I don't even know if this is still going to work for the brake booster, but take it with just in case. So this box is from Max Speeding Rods. This is just a, I'm not going to open it here because it's all boxed up ready to go. But this is a box of turbo piping. So we have piping to run the intercooler and stuff. So that's got to go over to Dylan's and get all this stuff out of my way. This is the traction bar for the EK Civic build. So this also came from Max Speeding Rods, man. I will have a link in the description down below, of course, to all of this stuff, because Max Speeding Rods gives you guys a discount, man. The DB fam gets 10% off of everything on the website. Yes, the race car EK Civic is most certainly going to need a traction bar, as well as it needs this guy right here. Yep, this is the turbo that's going on the EK K-Series build. Once again, from our good friends over at Max Speeding Rods, and yes, this is the one with the billet wheel. And once again, the link will be in the description down below. If you guys need any turbos, not just this one, they have OEM replacements and upgrades for turbo vehicles. You just got to check their website, see if they have what it is you need. And of course, check the discount code in the description down below. Because they're giving you guys 10% off of absolutely everything. Turbos, coilovers, traction bars, man. They got so much stuff on the website that they are giving you guys a discount on. But anyhow, that's pretty much it, dude. I'm going to get all this stuff loaded up inside of the truck, and then we're going to hit the road, head back to Dylan's house. All right, got everything in here. Where's the light switch? You gotta make them look nice like everything else, or what? Yeah. All right, so note to self, from now on, whenever I come over to Dylan's house, I need to bring my folding table. Dude, you need a rolling workbench. You know?
What if I do that and then it's just going to be like my other bench?
No, not if it's rolling.
Yeah, it will.
Don't make a shelf on the bottom.
It will be covered in everything.
Well,
tables make for tables make for very good spots to set things.
For storage space, yeah. So you need shelves. I don't know, man. But yeah, dude, this is all the parts that we got to install now. So we can get the front upper control arms that are adjustable, camber adjustable, that we got from Max Speeding Rods. We got our traction bar. And Dylan got the new bearings pressed in today. And he got new hubs, which is freaking sick. Nice and shiny. Now the back hubs look like crap because they're just painted black, but it is what it is. And we can put the front coilovers on now that got a set of forks. All right, so now we got a bunch of parts we can put on. Basically, all the parts for the front. Oh, we could probably put wheels on this thing today.
We could.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we need calipers.
Well, I know we need calipers. Bro, this guy's giving me shit because I don't have the brakes done yet. Do you have all the rotors and pads already?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
Did you get the pads with the little metal things?
I got everything.
Everything?
Yeah,
okay.
everything.
I was gonna say all the calipers, the little metal. What I don't know what they're called. Like that the pads slide on, those little metal pieces that pop in. Those are all trash. So those things freaking hard as a rock in there, or what? All right, well, Dylan's slapping on a new valve cover gasket really quick. And then we're gonna get the turbo manifold bolted back on, get the turbo on and all that. Basically get everything that we can done right here. And then we'll send the car up in the air and get all the suspension on the front. You enjoying yourself?
Yeah. Just tightening some nuts.
Jesus Christ. Now it just needs brakes.
Yeah. You know what I would point out? The fact that these are steel and not aluminum. Tie.
All right, well, I gotta make this outro really quick because I remembered to bring everything with me today, except for extra batteries for the damn camera. It's flashing red. It has been for quite some time, but anyhow, we got all the parts on. Now we're obviously waiting on me to finish the calipers. Or so I gotta paint.
Man, you're gonna have to hurry up.
Yeah, I gotta paint all the calipers. He's got a whole brake set here. But anyhow, I am going to save the rest of the battery that I have left to show you guys the wheels on the car really quick. So